Greetings everyone, Nityanandam. This is from Kanhangad ashram. You can see it all looks empty. I'm just sitting in front of my room here in the corridors. Very beautiful corridor, this Kerala style. It's all empty because everybody has left today after the 4 days beautiful retreat. It was a wonderful time with all these beautiful souls come from different parts of the world, all parts of India, different locations, from Singapore, from US, and it was beautiful, a reunion kind of stuff. But I never expected this retreat to be something like this. Last time we had a retreat in June, but I thought it would be better this time because it was a little heaty that time. That was a powerful retreat that time. And this time I felt it was very different than what I expected here, because we have no plans. We just come and make it happen. However the thing goes, the grace, Nityanandam, he knows. He calls, he knows. So this time what I saw was, because we had few deep oriented souls and they were very mature, so hardly any outwardly pulls. So we could sit from morning 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, people get into the caves, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock they get into the caves and they come back, and then we begin our session from 7 o'clock, and then there is no stop till lunch, and immediately after lunch, an hour of break, we start the session and we end it in the evening, late evening, and then we resume the session again on the temple up there, Nityananda's temple, where you have the Abhay Mudra idol. We sit at his feet and we have a deep session at about 2 hours at night, sometimes going up to even 11, 12. One day it went up to close to 1 o'clock at night. So it was no schedule at all, no planning, nothing, just a spontaneous flow. And this went for all these deep, intense hours because of the readiness of these seekers who came here. I was astonished because it all depends on how much they are ready to, sit and take all those things. So the grace flowed and they were able to digest it. Intense, and I'm very happy with this group because this is the real kind of group that I'm looking into. I always filter these groups, and you can see that we don't just publicly announce these dates and all that. It's very reserved for the people who are very regular with the practices of shifting into awareness and those who know awareness, so that we can intensify. So retreats are a place to intensify. The other webinars and all what we do, we learn the practice, we experience it there, and then we intensify it in these places. So that's how we had this beautiful time here. And this time, one special thing that happened that I noticed was it was literally 1-to-1. Because we were just, there were 13 of them. And so since the group can be focused on, it was literally 1:1, because we had so many personal sessions here going on till night. And one thing that I noticed in this event is purging. I never expected, because I never like to do all those things, but intense purging and releasing, and some are not well now. But it was very intense, very intense, because of their readiness to cleanse, to purify and to evolve. They were literally so committed during the sessions and even after the sessions, ready to spend personal moments of theirs, so almost like 1:1 we were having. So that was something unique in this place, and this place has that power where you don't have to literally struggle with the I, the doer. So we didn't do any kind of meditation here. You sat and do this and hold your nostrils and do this and that, nothing. We are just available to the space, and Nityananda knows what to do. We are not smarter than him, right? We are not smarter than God. So if we move aside, the divine will work for us. That is the essence of this awareness practices. To keep the me aside, the doer aside, and simply stay still. But to get that stillness, there are some things needed to be taken care of. Otherwise, your mind, the chanchal mind, restless mind, will not allow you to settle. So, when we do those basic stuff, you get the stillness, and then we allow ourselves to be blessed by the grace. So, even in the Guruvan caves, when we went to the caves, very special events, experiences, because all these guys were very serious. I've been coming here for years, but nobody really dares to go into those caves deep inside. It's pitch dark with bats hanging, and all stories about snakes and things like that. But this time when we went, all I had to just introduce to them the cave, and they simply went inside and sat and did what they had to do. And the most wondrous thing was, whoever went and sat deep into that cave, in that pitch dark cave, it's very scary to go, because you have to literally crawl. You can't get through it. It looks very, very spooky. But those who dared to go and sat, they all had their own experiences. Most of them had sudden outburst of crying. They're innocently asking me, why do you feel like crying the moment we come here? What is this feeling like crying? That's the power that purges you, sometimes even without your will. Just the love for this place or Nityananda, it will happen. So this is a very mysterious, unique place, because this man called Nityananda himself is a mysterious man. I say is a mysterious man, not was. He is there. He is the one who took care of me right from the start. My journey began 2009, 2008 end in Ganeshpuri, and since then he has not left my hand. And I can proudly say that, and I can very happily say that, overjoyed, overwhelmed with deep gratitude, that he took me through journeys and places and people and everything and experiences, learned so much, got the things done, took care of me, protected me everywhere. Even when I thought everything is gone, or I gave up hope so many times, some strange, mysterious force made me stand up on the feet, showed me directions, sent me the right people. It was just miraculous. At that moment, we don't realize all these things. But now when I sit and I look back at my journey, I say, how did I come till here? So there is no fear about how will I go forward, because that's how all the people realize it. Who will take us forward? Who will reach us there? So as Rumi says, the one who brought you till here is the one who will lead you further. And that is the tattva here. Like in Chidakasha Gita, Bhagavan says, I am the engine. Connect your bogie to me and I shall take you there. Simple. That's his promise. So whoever connects to Nityananda, on whomever Nityananda's eyes fall on, spotted, that's it. You reach. It's taken care of. But while the journey is taken care of, we beat our hands and legs, because the ego will not give up very easily. The I is there. I want to do. I want to struggle. My efforts. I will make all the efforts. So that is a conflict. But even if you make efforts, the grace will still take you around. It's like a baby duckling. It doesn't know to swim yet. Or you can say a cat that doesn't know to walk, a small kitten. You hold it and you are taking it, its feet is touching on the floor, but you are holding it so that it doesn't collapse. It's too young to walk or too frail to walk. And you'll see the kitten is struggling, or the puppy is struggling, and it feels that it is walking. It is making, and it's very excited that it's walking, but it doesn't see the hand that is holding it. So we are like that. We keep struggling, hitting our legs and hands and thinking that I am doing all this. So the one who gets tired is this kitten. We get tired when we do it. If we just sail through it, if we just lift up our hands, surrender, and move with that flow of will, cosmic will, you will be reaching in the places where you're supposed to. Where what is not good for you, for your highest good, will go away. What is for your highest good will come to you. Whatever is not necessary in your life will be taken off from you. Whatever is needed and whatever is for your highest good will automatically start coming. I have seen that and I can vouch 100% conviction. So this is the example that I would like to share here, and you can ask anybody, all the devotees of Nityananda. You can see so many stories floating around here where they are talking about miraculous. There are so many today also I heard. Miraculous. Those who have no one, Nityananda is for them. Never feel helpless. Never feel supportless. There is enough support. My duty is to open your eyes to see that support. That's shifting into awareness about. Make you aware of that support. Once you know it, not just know it intellectually, once you know it and you experience it, you'll have conviction. So you're welcome to come to this place, this beautiful place. You can see it's a beautiful, quiet surrounding. And that makes it very ideal for deep meditations. The caves are here and Guruvan also is that place. So you're welcome to come here. I'll just put the website of the ashram also here so that you can see the address and whatever, and call them up for rooms. Always book your rooms and come. Do not directly come. You might get disappointed. Sometimes there is crowd here. So book your rooms. I don't think they allow for more than 3 days. Check it out on phone and then do come and be silent. And don't do. If you want to do, it is like the kitten story, but don't do as much as you can. So thank you so much for your time here, and I'm thrilled to hear all the responses from all the people who did hear. They were overwhelmed. There was so much of tears this time. Just crying, and you can say the crying of the old grief, old traumas, old pains and old sufferings, and mixed with the tears of blissfulness, the tears of gratitude, the tears of having a new life. Many people just rebirthed here. I don't know, we don't know. I don't want to put any terminology here. It's the place here. We just do these things. So after probably is another 6 months, two retreats in a year I have here. After 6 months I'll be doing here, but I'll continue with my retreat in Tiruvannamalai. That will most probably be in first January. Is not. It will be somewhere in February. And one more Uttarkashi is coming up retreat. I will share the details with it, where we'll be living on the banks there of Ganga. Beautiful pure waters before it reaches Rishikesh. Uttarkashi, the land of many holy monks, land of ashrams, very ancient village, and a place where all the great yogis from Gangotri come down and stay for 6 months till the snows come down. So that's a very divine place. So I have spontaneously got help there, and somebody is helping out to the things. I'll share more details on it, and we might probably have a day in Gangotri also, and rest of the days in Uttarkashi, where we'll be doing some intense work. This is an intense retreat, but I can feel it. It's going to be very refreshing, very powerful, and we have the blessings of even Anantirth Maharaj, whom I met there first last year, and who was the first person to put this word retreat into my head. And I asked him, what does that mean? I don't do all these things. And he said, I just told you. If you need, and he showed me the space and things all around, the libraries, the Sanskrit school, the Vedant schools, and he invited me to learn Sanskrit there, maybe stay for even 8-9 months, or whatever, and do your whatever penance you want or whatever. Or he said, you can have retreat here. And I said, what's that? This was long before I even started this word retreat. And I'm so glad I can see that it's just fallen in place. And we are actually going to have one there. So, gratitude. I feel overwhelmed with this gratitude of these opportunities to be of service, to serve each other with so much of love. These services of retreat is nothing but exchange of pure love and compassion for each other, a well-being, a concern for mutual growth, and fast and steady and fast, quick growth, because these processes I've seen gives you surely quantum leaps of consciousness. So when they have a quantum leap of consciousness, the steady progress is very steady and quicker. So because this is the Jnana Marga, and the practices doesn't require too much of efforts, this is supposed to be, you can refer to Upadesh Saram, you can refer to Shiva Sutras, you can refer to the Sri Vidya patterns which I saw in the Agama Tantras of Shiva explaining to Shakti, the steps of even Sri Vidya, the Apara, Parapara and Para states. So the Para state is the consciousness states, and the first Apara state is when you work with objects like yantra. That is considered, Shiva mentions in his statement to Parvati that it's the lowest form of worship to Ma Lalita Tripura Sundari, but as you ascend, you internalize it, that is Parapara, and it becomes mental there, and then when you study it, you go to the third level, Para level, and that level is completely on consciousness, awareness, and deep oneness spirit, where you become that yantra, you become Lalita Tripura Sundari. Same way in the Shiva Sutras also is the same thing. First we have the Anupaya, then we have the Shaktopaya, and then we have the Shambhopaya. Anupaya is for people who are very gross, still with Yantra Tantra Mantra, and it's physical, it's all gross activities. And those who ascend further from there, evolve from there, then the next Shaktopaya, the next state is mentioned in Shiva Sutras, where it is all mental. It's all at the mind level. All the meditations and things all happen at the mind level. No physical objects of any sort. No body involved. It's nothing physical. No yoga and all that stuff. So that is the Shaktopaya. And the third level is Shambhopaya, which is all consciousness, awareness, deep, you get into it even beyond the mind. This is beyond the mind. And these are the practices which we have been blessed to do. It's a transition between Shaktopaya and Shambhopaya. And on the other level, which I said, Aparapara and Para, the transition. So even in Upadesh Saram, you can see, if you see all these courses are available, you can check it out. It's a steady progress from Karma Yoga, it transcends to Bhakti Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga to Raj Yoga, internal meditation, and then it transcends to Jnana Yoga, which is the final. The Jnana, this is the Jnana Marga. The Chitta comes till here, the Shakti is risen till here, all the Jnana opens, and you are shown all the internal deep secrets, and then the internal guidance begins. So these are, I believe it's for 3 level of people. So whoever appeals on this kind of level, who have got a steadiness of their consciousness, who have reached Nichalta in certain way, they are attracted automatically to these kind of practices, what we are doing. So it's all the grace, like in Shiva Sutra it says, it's Anugraha Shakti. So they say when the Shakti path in that, it's all the Anugraha Shakti of Shiva, and Shakti path has multiple ways, not just one way. It can be from a guru, or it can be from any other tattva, because every tattva is Shiva. It can happen, Shakti path, it says, if you are worthy enough, if the Anugraha Shakti of Shiva is there because of your worthiness, it can be activated, or the rise can happen just by reading a book, just while listening to something or someone, or just by interacting with life itself, or just like that spontaneously. It all depends on your evolution of the soul journey, because you're traveling for multiple janmas, it is not one janma. So it depends on where you have reached, because most of the people tell me, no, this is not right, you have to start from yoga, pranayam and do this. I said, that's all crap. It doesn't go that way. You have, most of them have done all these things in their previous lifetimes. So before, like, they leave the body before going to the final stages. So like somebody has reached to the second level and somebody has reached till, let's say, Raj Yoga. So their next janma will start from Raj Yoga. It will not go back. So many of them I can see personally. I've met so many, even those who are falling, shifting into awareness, who have no guru, no path. They've never seen any books, but they are activated. And they can sit in stillness and just connect. I met a gentleman even in Kashmir while I was staying in the boathouse. So there also I observed this thing, that whenever I spoke to him, he was not aware of anything. He was actually looking out for something, but he's not aware of anything. He says, I don't know any guru, I don't know any books, I don't know anything. But he says, I just sit and become silent and I'm conscious. And he could do it. Get up early in the morning and sit for hours. So these are advanced souls. They don't need all these activities. So this is what we have to realize. And these kind of secrets is what I'm keen to reveal. There is no clarity on this path. There's so much of clarity from Arunachala Tattva. I keep revealing this. If you're interested, you can join the webinars, you can join the courses, you can join the free Zoom sessions, which I very regularly do. So that is available on my website, shiftingintoawareness.com, but it will not be active for another one day because it's down for maintenance. But you can definitely look at that site, and if you want to join, you can join our group also. Most welcome. So with this, I think it's time for their worship also. There will be sound now. So I think we are going. My friend has come to pick me up all the way from Bangalore. We're going to spend some time here and then go to Bangalore. I'm planning to go to Bangalore. Sudden change of plans. Joski marji. So we'll keep you updated. This Sunday I have a webinar coming up. I'll post the details tomorrow morning, and I'll post all the details of all the other events that are coming in 2024. It's going to be a bash, a new life, new consciousness. Our consciousness evolves. So looking forward to all that. I'll put all the details. If you're interested, you can stay connected. Of course, the seats are reserved. Limited. We are not filling up seats. Even for retreats, I don't go more than a certain seat. So it will be limited. If you're interested for retreats, make sure you follow these sessions, pre-sessions and all that, and you understand, you learn the basics, so that you can be called in there very easily, and then we do the higher practices, all in accordance with the higher scriptures, in line by line, which is again gifted by the Lord. Timely, everything is falling in the lap, and with which we are able to help each other. Much divine love and light to all of you. Nityanandam. Stay blessed.